Welcome to our Equinox Unity Rite. I'm Rev Jan, current Archdruid. We have Reverend Kirk Thomas and Reverend Kathleen Pezza, who are also joining us for the relighting of our Unity Fire. Kirk is on the west coast of the U.S. and Kathleen is on the east coast of the U.S. They are the two who we know have kept the perpetual flame throughout the years. There may be other people who we don't know because this is a ritual that, as you'll see today, we welcome everyone to be a part of keeping this flame. Just a note before we get started, this is something that the clergy have been doing for about 13 years. And this is our first attempt at live streaming it so that other people can kind of see what's going on and hopefully get more folks participating with the work of the ADF Unity Flame. I think that's everything. I told you the offerings that you needed if you want to follow along. So this is something that we are inviting everyone to participate in, to link your own hearth to the hearth of ADF. We're recording this to share later, so just be aware that if you're comfortable leaving your camera on, you're more than welcome to. You're also welcome to turn it off if that's not a thing you're comfortable with. It is totally up to your decision. So I'd invite everyone. Oh, one more note. This is not an ADF core order of ritual. However, it is an ADF style rite because this is essentially just a working set in the style of ancient rekindling practices. So if you're expecting a full core order of rite, you're going to get to see something a little different today. So I invite everyone to take that centering breath. Find the place in yourself where you are ready to begin ritual work. Visualize or imagine or see with your mind's eye the way that your hallows look at your altar, if you are currently at your altar, or in your heart shrine. As we come together today to join and do this work together. So we gather today as community to tend the waters that flow amongst our communities and to tend the sacred fire that binds us all to a common hearth. Through the past year, the Unity Fire has burned long and bright in support of our Druidry. And now is the time for its renewal. We'll extinguish the old flame, releasing it from its connection and from the weight of the work that it does on our behalf. And then we will kindle our sacred fire anew, as we have each year on this equinox, connecting it to all of our hearths and reestablishing our community fire. For the past 25 years or so, we've also carried the waters of ADF's groves and solitaries across the world and poured them out in blessings when we do unity rites. The time has come to release those waters to the folk of ADF so that they may build on the gifts that have been given to us down through the years. And today we will pour out those shared waters in blessing to the folk so that they may collect them and care for them at their own shrines.
We call to the tender of the ADF Unity Fire, Spirit who maintains the hearth of our Druidry, who keeps the flame of our holy fire burning bright, who shapes its form for the benefit of the folk. Join us as we kindle our sacred fire. Through your care, our communal hearth burns bright. It shines like a beacon in each home and grove, connecting us to one another across land and sea in devotion to the kindreds and in harmony with the earth. Through your skill, our flame burns long. It supports the work of Druidry in all its many forms, kindling passion and dedication to create and build in service to the folk and to the spirits. Keeper of the fire of nDraíocht Féin, entwine with its ever-dancing form. Guard and care for our sacred flame as we honor you as an ally of this fellowship. Tender of the ADF Unity Fire, accept our offering.
Tender of the ADF Unity Fire, accept our offering. We call now to the fire.
I'm muted for some reason. Gift of the heavens, fire from above, given to our ancestors by the shining ones, we call the sacred flame. Fire of our hearth, you warm us, you feed us, you bring us together so that we may find community. Fire of our faith, you transform our offerings and send them on smoke to the kindreds so that they may know our devotion. Fire of unity, you connect us despite our distance through shrines scattered like stars in the sky so that we may act as one people. Holy fire, accept our offerings.
Holy fire, accept our offerings. Let us call now to the ancestors.
We stand before this sacred fire, the flame of our faith, the hearth fire of our folk, the legacy of all those who came before us, and in doing so, we invite the ancestors to stand with us. Ancient wise, down through the generations, who passed on the gift of the shining ones, that we may honor them too. Honored dead, known and unknown, who kept the holy fire alive in both peace and war, uniting their people around a common hearth. Beloved family, sorely missed, tenders of the fire that held back the night and allowed us to grow in strength and wisdom. Join us in this time of transition as we end one cycle and begin the next, carrying your work forward into a new year. Ancestors, accept our offerings.
Ancestors, accept our offerings.
Spirits of the streams and rivers, the oceans and the seas, the rain and the snow, we invite you to join us today. Weavers of current, tributaries of a roaring river, musical drops upon window and leaf. You flow between us and among us. You connect us in a mighty circle. You bless us with the gifts of the kindreds. Waters of the well, waters of the underworld, waters of memory, fill our well and churn within our cauldron that we may honor you today. Spirits of water, accept our offering.
Spirits of water, accept our offering.
A year has ended and a new one begins. We stand at the threshold, a liminal space between that which was and that which will be. The fire has held us together as a community through successes and challenges of the past year, and it grows weary of its work. The time has come for it to lay down its burden so that it may be born anew. Holy fire, we appreciate your service to the folk. May you rest in the knowledge that we will honor you and all your work.
We stand in a moment of transition. The old is gone and the new has not yet arrived. In this space between past and future, between what was and what will be, we seek those among the kindreds who are gifted with the sight. Seers of the ancestors, the nature spirits, and the shining ones. We stand in a space between the worlds and outside time. Within this liminal moment, we ask you, what lies ahead? Apolomentikos, guide my hand, see with my eyes, hear with my ears, speak with my voice. From the ancestors, we are reminded that there is much internal work to do, the work of the mind and of memory, the work of making shifts in hearts and minds of others, the work of adapting to our own internal shifts of that landscape. From the nature spirits, we're reminded that not every season is for growing. And in that time, it is necessary to see what is still useful so that we might carry it forward into the new season, into the new time. And from the Shining Ones, we're reminded that not all things in our lives serve us. And it is time to set aside what does not and carry forth what does. These are all omens of change and of new beginnings, very apt for a time when we are extinguishing our unity fire and relighting it, rekindling it to bring blessings and unity and togetherness anew for this new season ahead. And so take a moment and consider these words, these gifts from the kindreds. And as we relight our sacred fire and pour out our waters of unity, consider what place the kindred's insights have in this process. How might they aid our work? How might they strengthen our work? How might they inform our work? And how might they bring unity about for all of us?
As we prepare to rekindle our sacred fire, let's take a moment to clear our minds. Today, we are releasing the past into the past. So allow your mind to let go of the things that belong in the past. We are also preparing for the future by working in the present. So allow your mind to focus on this moment and leave the future to itself for now. Feel yourself in this moment between time. Feel your community around you. The waters support and surround us. And so, with the waters of the sea, we cleanse ourselves and we prepare to relight our community fire.
You definitely got that on the napkins. You drop the salt, you know.
The sacred fire is born of the source of life, the great fire that shines down upon us, hidden in storm and wood and rock, gift of the shining ones, tended by our ancestors, passed down to us. As they have done, so we too now do. We call it forth and kindle it anew, that it may once again be the flame that burns at the center of all. Sacred fire, be welcome. Ever young flame born anew, may you burn bright upon our hearths, tended and honored by the folk. With gladness, we will kindle you across the land, uniting our folk and making our worship as one. Here burns the sacred fire of nDraíocht Féin, our unity fire. Each member of our fellowship can link their personal hearth fire to our unity fire, and we invite everyone to do so by speaking this linking prayer along with us.
Kindled from the great flame, kept by prudent skill, join us at our common hearth now, these flames are one. And so we light this beacon, our allies for to call, to watch and ward and keep us. This flame protects us all.
By the light of this holy fire, we are joined together as a community with a common hearth. So be it.
So be it.
So be it. Our sacred fire burns anew, a fresh start for a new year. This is the fire of nDraíocht Féin, and it burns in each of our groves, hearths, and shrines, connecting us to each other in worship of the kindreds.
Within this cauldron sits the unity fires of our faith. The blessings of every unity rite ever done can be found within, and they are poured out for the benefit of us all. We are one folk, united by fire and water, and therefore we must send this fire and these waters to each solitary, grove, and prison worship group within ADF. With each candle we light and each cup of water we pour, this fire and these waters travel across land and sea, connecting us all in a great web of community. May this fire and these waters burn and flow within the solitaries, the groves, and the prison worship groups of the Heartland region. The solitaries, the groves of the upper Midwest region. The solitaries and groves of the Canada East region. The solitaries and groves of the Northeast region. The solitaries, groves, and prison worship groups of the Southeast region. The solitaries and groves of the Central region. The solitaries of the Canada West region. The solitaries, groves, and prison worship groups of the Northwest region. The solitaries and groves of the Southwest region. The solitaries and groves of the European region. The solitaries and groves of the Asia Pacific region. We are united by one fire and blessed by the waters. May we all do our part to keep that fire shining bright and those waters flowing strong. Let us thank those who we have called.
Water spirits, spirits of the streams and rivers, the oceans and seas, the rain and the snow. You have come and been with us as we did this sacred work, and we thank you with all our hearts that you will aid us in our unity. So be it.
So be it.
Ancestors, you kept the hearth fires burning. You kept the community fire burning. You passed down the knowledge of how to care for the fire when we were given it by the Shining Ones. For the gift of your knowledge, for the nurturing and the care that you have given to us and our predecessors, ancestors, one and all, we thank you.
Ancestors, we thank you.
Sacred fire, fire of unity, fire of our faith, fire of our heart. You have been with us from the beginning, and you we thank for being here this day. Fires of unity, we thank you.
Fires of unity, we thank you. Fire tender, keeper of the hearth of nDraíocht Féin, you tend our fire year after year. You keep it burning bright in each of our shrines, in each of our communal fires, in our hearts. You are the one that helps us maintain the fire of our Druidry, for keeping our fire burning strong and bright each year and in the year ahead. Tender of the ADF Unity Fire, we thank you.
Tender of the ADF Unity Fire, we thank you. And so our sacred fire is renewed and our waters are poured out to the folk to connect in the days and the weeks ahead. We are connected through the fire and the water as a community, ready to face the year ahead with renewed purpose and the strength that comes from being part of a greater whole. May the waters flow among us. May the fire burn ever bright within each of every one of us. So be it.
So be it.
And this rite is ended. When we share this recording out, we will also share a charm to pull the unity waters from the air that will be shared. And so as you can see, we're boiling those waters now, and they will release into the atmosphere. And then the charm will use condensation so that anyone who wants can pull those waters down for themselves as well. Again, charm forthcoming when we share that recording. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. You're welcome to chat amongst yourselves and with us, and as we kind of tidy up here. But thank you all for coming very much. We appreciate communities, how we get through hard times. And so I'm delighted by the community shared here today. Thanks.